Hello, everyone, and welcome to our lunchtime meditations here at noon. And today we'll be doing a meditation called Just for This Moment. And the idea is that we're able to be here in this moment, and we're here taking care of what needs to be attended to just in this moment, instead of getting caught up in all the worry and the planning of the future, of the unknown. Over and over, I'm hearing from folks, and also it's in my own life as well, that along with anxiety comes a lot of worry and attempts to plan and control and figure out the future. And so when our mind is focused in that direction, it often gets stuck and spinning because we don't have a lot of answers right now in our current environment and situation. And so our brain literally can't figure out and come up with answers. Sometimes we get stuck with tasks or other activities that just feel overwhelming. A lot of times we have a lot of negative core beliefs about ourselves that we're just not capable, or that we just can't handle it, that the situation is too much, too difficult, that we are defective in some way, that we don't have what it takes to deal with it, or that we don't have enough answers to be able to complete a task or a project or make a decision. And while sometimes that's true, oftentimes what's needed is just simply beginning and letting the situation unfold as it will, and letting the situation itself guide us and give us some information. So today we're going to be practicing just sitting with what is and bringing our mind back to just this moment, just being here with this moment, handling and tackling and facing this moment. So go ahead and take your meditation seat, taking a posture that allows you to be relaxed yet alert. Maybe closing the eyes or just gazing down at a spot in front of you. Just settling now into this moment. So noticing sounds around you, maybe even within you. Noticing the temperature of the room or space in which you find yourself, and setting your intention to be with this moment, giving yourself permission to come back to whatever else is on your mind once the meditation is done. Just settling into this moment. And now turning attention to the breath and taking a few slow, long breaths. Allowing the nervous system to reset. Allowing the breaths to become increasingly full and long. And after a few breaths, allowing it to resume its normal rhythm, just following the flow of the breath. And as we continue to attend to our breath, also attending to sensations in the body, allowing there to be a spaciousness. So noticing the face, allowing the muscles in the forehead to be smooth, allowing the eyes to rest gently. letting the tongue rest on the bottom of the mouth, letting the jaws to be slightly parted from one another, allowing there to be a spaciousness in the nostrils, in the mouth, the throat. Maybe even allowing there to be a slight Mona Lisa smile on the lips, and a gesture of openness and receptivity to what's here. Allowing there to be a spaciousness between the shoulders and the ears. Allowing the spine to be long, giving space between each vertebra. And also feeling the spaciousness in the chest and the heart region. Noticing that on the next in-breath. Maybe even imagining a smile across the chest or the heart space. Just accepting and being with what's here now in this moment. Not needing to solve anything, decide anything. Just being willing to be open to what's here now in the body, an uncertain situation, thoughts or emotions. Just holding it all in this larger, restful space. And going down the torso, also noticing the region of the belly. Noticing the flow of the breath in the belly, feeling a spaciousness there on each in-breath. Allowing the arms to rest loosely at our sides with palms open and upward. And another gesture of openness and receptivity to this current moment. And accepting just this moment, not everything that's about to happen, not the future ahead of us, but just this moment and what's here. And noticing how that might feel different with a focus and an attention on simply this moment and not our entire lives or future. Noticing how the breath might be different when we're resting and contemplating just this moment. And allow attention also to travel down the legs, the feet, letting there even be space between the toes. Allowing the feet to just rest lightly on the ground below. Sitting here with ease and openness. And if attention wanders or gets absorbed in deep thought or emotion, noticing that and bringing attention back here to the breath and back to this moment. And as you notice any areas of tightness or tension in the body, imagine sending a breath to that space, allowing a softening to occur in that space in the body. And sometimes it can even help to add a mantra, something we say to ourselves on each in-breath. To really allow an intention to rest deeply within us. So on each in-breath, you might say something like, just this moment, or just this breath. Or maybe simply, just yes. Noticing how that feels in the body. How this stance, this relationship to this moment, how it feels in the body. You might even try that if you experience some difficulty or tightness or pain in the body. On the next breath, just noticing that spot in the body and saying one of those words or phrases in a gesture of openness and acceptance. Not condoning it, but just being willing to be with it, with a greater sense of openness and ease that might allow us to be able to handle it with more wisdom and compassion, with less overwhelm. And you might even want to recall or bring to mind a situation that you might be concerned about or worried about, or want to be able to use this greater ease, this greater acceptance with. And you might even envision just that scene in your mind, and then just practice on each in-breath, saying to yourself, yes, or just for this moment, or just this breath. Just resting here in this space, taking on and being with just the moment as you contemplate something that before has been a little daunting. Maybe not taking on the most challenging thing, but just something that has been a challenge. And if attention has wandered, simply bringing it back to the breath, to this stance of open awareness and spaciousness, as we bring to mind something that's a challenge that we might not want to face, that might feel overwhelming, and just bringing our yes, our attitude of just this moment. And again, just noticing what that is like in the body. Knowing we can come back to this over and over, this practice of simply saying yes to the moment. And that is often the most helpful way to approach difficult challenges or an uncertain future, rather than taking it all in at once. Now I'd like to invite you to just let all of that go and listen to the words of this poem by John Wellwood. Sit down wherever you are and listen to the wind singing in your veins. Feel the love, the longing, the fear in your bones. Open your heart to who you are right now, not who you would like to be, not to the saint you are striving to become, but the being right here before you, inside you, around you. All of you is holy. You are already more and less than whatever you can know. Breathe out, touch in, let go. And as we come to the end of the meditation, listening for the sound of the bell. Thank you all for joining us in a meditation today and holding space for each other. And I see Elisa and Luana and Britt. Thank you for joining us and bringing your presence. And I know there's others I can't see, so thank you all. And I want to invite you all back this time next week for another live meditation at noon on Fridays. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.